Good morning, potato chips. Sorry, a wee Paddy from across the shock, and probably going to be another long video, but hey, I like doing them. I hope you do too. I genuinely mean that. I like a bit of waffle, but I like showing off knives, and if I didn't like that, I wouldn't have a YouTube channel. So here we go. I was doing my Instagram this morning, and I picked these three knives out, and I jokingly called them my shaving knives. And to me, look, I know they're one-hand openers, but I call them, I don't know why I've called them that. Maybe they were used for shaving as well, I don't know. But these are three that I've got that I call my shaving knives. And they're parts of sub-collections that I have within my collections. And that's where this video has come from. I'm going to show you one, two, three, four sets of sub-collections that I have within my collection. Now, what I want you to do, and I'm going to call out 5 people, but anybody who's got a channel who wants to join in, please, please do. You can only call out so many. But I want to see your sub-collections within your collection. Now, should that only mean you have 1 or 2 or 3 knives? That's fine. I'm a YouTube channel that's been going for a long time, so I have a lot of knives. And I don't expect an awful lot of the smaller channels that I'll call out that will have, maybe a huge amount of knives to choose from. But I'd love to see it. 3 to me is what I call a sub-collection. And you can put them under any title. I picked 4 here just to let you see what I'm looking for, because I just love seeing knives. But these are my razor knives. This is the Bulldog. This is Ashley Harrison, and this is Rough Rider. And I still believe to this day that this is the best knife Rough Rider have ever made, because it's nice and slim. It's really well put together. There's a lovely story behind one arm opening knives. About after the war in America, people coming back with just one arm and they needed a way to open a knife, and they can do it on their jeans with this brand. That's a great story. So, but what I want to see is other sorts of little sub-brands that you collect. Maybe you didn't even know you collect them until you start to go into your collection now and have a look. And because that's sort of what's happened to me this morning. So look, there's 3. This is what I call my shaving knives. And that's it. I don't want any great, long story. Here's another set of knives that I have got here for your perusal. And this is Sodbusters. Now, the only knife that can be called a Sodbuster legally is a case knife. I don't have one of them yet. That will be rectified soon, hopefully. But this is the ones that I've got. Starting at this little small one, which is a Mazarin. It's in lovely horn, ram's horn. Really lovely little pocket knife. I don't believe they're that expensive, but it's just a lovely little Sodbuster shaped knife. Oh, beautiful. Right. So there's one. Here's another one of the 4. I should have put that down there. Why did I take that away? I don't know why I took it away. But there we go. Here's another one that I have. And this is an 8CR13. This is an AGR Russell. Or an AG Russell, I should say. Their take on a little Sodbuster. And I love this knife. And the fact that it's 8CR is really good, because it's stainless. And, I'm not worried about where I use it or how I use it. I've had this one for donkeys. I absolutely love this little knife. It's yellow Delrin, and it is beautiful in the hand. For me, medium large hand, I get a full grip and a lovely deep blade on this. I love this knife for a slicer. It's a great job. Here's my favourite of all, though. This is my GEC Bullnose. Again, that Sodbuster pattern with the lovely big bird's eye rivet, which sort of makes it a Sodbuster. The others really, well, no, I have to say, they've all got the large pivot. But this is just an amazing work knife. Super quality throughout. Really well made. And just a winner. If you want a work knife and you're not worried about looks, the Sodbuster's a great, great pattern. Here's one that I got off Big Red EDC a long time ago. And he had got these for, I think they were $5 or $10 at the time. But we found out after they got them, they were sent off for a test. It just says carbon seal. And they made them $10.95 for a $10 knife. I can't remember that it was an American company that made them. But it's just a beautiful working knife. It's a bit of a bigger handle than my Bullnose, but not by much. But a lovely working knife. So that's a little sub collection that I didn't realise that I had. I would have kept saying, oh, no, I've got 1 or 2 sodbusters, but there's 4 that I've got, and I know I've got to get the case one to fill that group up properly with the one and only true sodbuster. Now, here's my fancy stuff. Here's one sub collection that I knew I had because I have gone out of the way to collect this sub collection. As I say, most of my knives, I don't have 2 of the same. I try not to have 2 of the same pattern over and over again. I try to just have 1 of each pattern. But this is my collection of number 15 sized GECs, and I'm saying sized because this one is a Northwoods, but it's made by GEC and it's on the same frame as the 15 pattern. This is the Urban Jack. I just love this. This grouping here is my 5. It's my favourite group of knives in my collection. This has the beard comb, which is amazing. Although I've cut my beard away down, I don't use it hardly at all now. But what I've tried to do, I've tried to get different blade shapes. This is a clip. This is just a basic number 15 with a clip point titty out. So's this one. And here's another titty out, but this had a blade delete. This had the bottle opener on it as well and the screwdriver. And had the blade delete and made into this knife. This is probably my most used knife. I love this knife with the easy open. This is beautiful. It's in snakewood. My lighting's not great in here, so you're not going to see the beautiful snakewood, but the walk and talk is just beautiful. I love this little knife. And then I have this is my TC Barlow. Beautiful knife. This came in a different light bone, and I dyed it this maroony red colour, which I absolutely love. This is a stunning knife. Absolutely stunning. And then my favourite of all time, my Grail slip joint, is this Northwoods. This is the Michigan Jack, I think it's called. Beautiful saw cut bone, red saw cut bone. It is delish. It really, I love that blade shape, that Warncliffe that Northwoods do. I love the finish on it. Again, probably one of my most used and carried, along with this one. But there you go. There's a collection that I have built, and it takes a while to build this sort of collection of 15s, let me tell you, and a lot of money. So don't worry, I'm not looking for your fancy rich knives. I'm just looking for sub collections, and I just love to see what knives people have got. And the second one that I didn't really think that I was doing, sorry, I had nudged this. Let me just bring this back around again, is knives from around the world. And even in my slip joint collection, I have got knives. This is from New Zealand. This is the Sword. This is a folded knife. These are all slip joints I'm showing, but you don't have to show slip joints. You know, if you've got a collection that doesn't have a whole lot of shape, show me your knives if you want to do from around the world on any make of knife, whether it's a locking knife, a slip joint, anything at all, just show them. But I've just sort of noticed how many I've got from around the world. There's the Swiss knife. Now this is the florist knife, you know, a little budding knife. It has the little bud tool here. But look at that beautiful little clip point on that there. And again, these are only a couple of pounds, the Felco version of that Swiss knife. Here's one from France, the Opinel, which we all seem to have. This one was done for me by one of my subs. How beautiful is that? He burnt that into the handle, and he even has PPP down here. And that blade, look at he done that blade. That is just gorgeous. So there's another one. There's from, France. Here's a German. I have a couple of German knives. This is a Swilling and Henkel, and this one's an Otter. 2 beautiful knives from Germany. I have other Germans, but that's just 2 that I sort of picked out from around the world. Here's 2 Italian ones. First this is just the Lion Steel Onat, which is just tanto backwards. I just think that's the best name for a knife. The knife is called the Onat because it has that reverse tanto. It has that 940-esque look on its blade. It's beautiful. I just love this knife. In black, I am terrible with my woods. It's dark black wood, but it's very, very nice. A gorgeous, gorgeous knife. I love this M390, like a lot of the Italian knives are doing. This is lion steel, and here's another lion steel. And this is the, oh, I've forgotten the blooming name of it. See if it'll come to me while we're doing it. But look at that beautiful knife. And this is a copy of the Spanish Navaja, although it's made in Italy. But like I'm saying, it doesn't have to be slip joints, because I do have a Spanish knife, and I brought this just, this is a Nieto in 440C from Spain. Beautiful lockback knife, an absolutely stunning knife in use and carry. It really is beautiful. A little bit heavier because although it's been pocketed inside, it is a little bit heavier. I think these are aluminium scales by the looks of it, but a gorgeous, gorgeous knife. Tip down, doesn't bother me in the slightest. It's a lovely Nieto. M. Nieto is a Spanish maker. So there's my set of knives from around the world, and I have lots of, obviously, American, I have Chinese, I have all sorts, but there's just a sample of the knives that I've got, and it's to give everybody a chance to do something. And what else I'm going to try this time to see if it works, if you don't have a YouTube channel but you're on Instagram, send me a picture of your sub selection, just one of your sub selection, and when you're doing it, take the picture, but would you put your Instagram name along the top on a bit of paper so that people can see it? And what I'll do is I'll get all the pictures together, put them into a little I'm not sure what you call that, you know, where you can just put them in a row and they just keep changing, and I'll put that up on my YouTube channel. Just a cine roll of photographs that you sent me. Send them to me on Instagram, and I can take a photograph of them and then put it up on my YouTube channel of all of you, what you've got together. Let's see if it works. If you want to take part, but please put your name at the top, if you don't mind, with your Instagram channel. And it's just so that people can go and see your channel if they like what sort of knives that you have in just one of your sub collections. So there you go. I hope that was interesting. It was interesting to me. I enjoyed just sitting here this morning and just going through my knives. And at the weekend, that's what I love doing, is just sitting down, getting a whole stack of knives out, just getting them down the table, having a look through them, maybe giving the blades a wipe. I'm not the best maintenance person in the world. I don't spend a whole lot of time in maintenance because I've got other things I want to do in my life. I'm just going to bring this back to you. See, this is how many knives I actually dragged out of my collection this morning just to do a little video. I love seeing other people's knives. That is as big a passion as my own knives, is seeing what other people have out there. It also gives me hints to knives that I maybe want to get, or ones that I don't want to get when I see them. But that's it. That's the joy of knife collecting. This is the joy. This sitting down and giving measurements and weights and, oh, this is brilliant. My testing is only my testing. You might not like the knife that I've tested. I do them videos, and I like to do them videos, but I don't like doing them all the time. I really want to change up and do interesting videos to me where I can just sit and go through my knives and pick things out. So if this is interest, please do it. Now, I'm going to call out 5 people, and these are random. I try to change these up every time. I'm going to call out William's Knife Life, and I'm calling him out because he's like me. He's an old fella, you know, he lives on his own, but he has a passion for knives that is just evident in his videos. So I'm going to call him out, and I'm going to call my friend Warthogg out. He has knives from everywhere in the world, and he has lots of little sub collections. Again, you only have to do maybe 1 or 2. I've just done 4 to let people see what I was looking for. Another one's called Feel the Burr. It's a brand new channel. He's only just started. He's just moved up from 30 to 50 subs in the last couple of days, really. So go over there, see his channel, and I'm hoping he's going to be able to do a wee video on a sub collection of what he's got. EDC Journeys and the EDC Den. That's the 5. I'll put their names down below in the description for them to see so they know they've been properly called out. If you know them, let them know I've called them out. All the best, my friends. I hope you enjoyed this mixed up, just a video of somebody who likes seeing knives. Take care, folks. Bye-bye now. Paddy's away for a wee cup of tea.